Ну, зачистим его. Командир останков об землю. Подожди, ударьте прыгающий командир останков об землю.
Perhaps, I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Стоит, стоит, там, блин.
Expelliarmus!
Have yourself, if you're there.
Easily diverted. Descendo! Revelio.
Так, а как мне ударьте прыгающего командира об землю? А, все, сейчас другие
A
будут
ladder.
задать.
That's what I need.
Wizard kind will submit to us once or more is over. I know I heard something that time.
Привет, ребят.
Arresto momentum. Descendo.
You won't defeat us all. It's the student from the town.
А как мне у тебя арбалет забрать? Болт.
Descendo. Protego. Stupid.
You seem
Блять, что задания иногда какие-то вообще мразотные. И как мне подняться его, захерачить?
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Нахрен ты пялишь на меня, чел?
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Descendo. Arresto momentum.
Или мне нужно его поднять и потом, типа... Боевой тролль, наверное, нет.
Revelio. Descendo.
А, вот.
Dead. Expelliarmus. This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
Я так и знал, что это оно. Хорошо.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
Теперь тролля отмудохаем. Привет, тролль, как дела? Знаете, убить сторонников, допустить разрушенный вес. Но я уже я это не сделал на тролль.
Arresto momentum. Defendo. Confringo.
Ау,
Protego.
ау. Да, ну, ты двигаешься там, что ты делаешь?
Defendo. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Descendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Protego. Stupid. Confringo.
А все, откисай.
Revelio.
Я ж наверх поднял. Я думал, это сундук, подожди. Вот сундук.
Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso.
Блять. Мне кажется, так будет проще. Не уж, паркур. Арабское сальто. Такс.
Revelio. Confringo.
Нет? Как мне попасть?
Revelio.
Наверное, видимо, сверху как-то. А я пропаркурить смогу тут?
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
А как мне вниз попасть тогда? Блин. Конечно, ты убийца.
One less human. Presto momentum. Findo.
Я взорвал убийцу.
Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise.
Блин, ну это вниз он спускается. Я не зачищу лагерь, пока не открою сундук. А как мне попасть к сундуку-то? Да уа.
Revelio.
А, блядь. Да уж. Как попасть? Ну, идем дядьку спасать. Если он живой, конечно. Ну, она нет, и суда нет, как говорится.
What will we find in here? Revelio.
Так, сундуков пока не видно. 3 голды — это 3 голды. Что я видел тут?
The area's still clear.
Что это было? Оказалось, что... Ладно.
What's that? An intruder!
А как мне болт-то украсть?
I will make I won't win. Why can't I hit you?
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Блин, украдите болт, а как? Как я это сделаю? Можно мне рассказать? Я даже знаю, сейчас посмотрю в этом. Про врагов посмотрю. Инструкция, может там будет написано что-то.
Arresto momentum. Findo.
7 секунд, даже меньше.
Revelio.
А, О, У, А. Давай, блядь, двигайся жопой. Хорошо, так. Коллекции. Враги. Так, мне нужен гоблин. Арбалетчик. Снайпер, вот. И ты, пока не готов сквозь своих болот, можно выхватить с помощью броска древней магии, запустив обратно в хозяин. Мне что-то кажется, что нужен навык. То есть просто так это не сделаешь. Хотя я не уверен. Вот это оно. Ну давай приобретем, ладно. Ну, мне, скорее всего, сюда надо. А тут, наверное, просто лут лутецкий. Запол... Как так? У меня же столько ячеек этих. Надо поудалять тогда. Сейчас поудаляю. А мне, да? Какой им нужен 30-й, а я 29, почти. Да, шарловка многовато у меня 30, хорошо. Просто монет стоит не вот продавать-то. Все, немножко почистили. Поймайте и бросьте обратно оружие. Ну, неплохо.
Revelio.
Будем болт воровать. Так, что у меня открылось? Лицо вроде как. Нет, подожди. Нет. Все. Больше ничего.
Get away with that.
One less human to worry about.
Привет. Ты стрелять не собираешься, да?
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that.
Arrest the momentum. Descendo. Confringo. Stupid one. Defender.
Да, блин.
Confringo. Defender. Arrest the momentum. Confringo. Revelio.
Один сверху остался.
Confringo. Revelio.
Опа.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Petrificus totalis. You only have Ranrock to blame. A boiler door. How to open it?
Видимо, пар нужно подать. Подать газку, так сказать. Да ёб твою мать, ну что за паркур в этой игре божественный. Так. Отсюда должен был прийти, по идее, да, сразу. Врыв устроить.
Revelio. What's down there?
А, ну это легко.
Expelliarmus.
Someone's here.
Нет, это не легко.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
I won't.
Надо что-то другое поставить сюда. Я случайно L1 нажимаю вместо R1, чтобы ловить оружие.
Revelio.
Ну, кстати, фласки уже накопились. Ага.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be?
Окей, пойдем открывать дверь, видимо, нужно. Крыло.
Incendio. Revelio.
А тут ничего? А, вот. Так, сейчас открою.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Ну, это было просто. Привет, ребятушки.
We'll get what we're owed.
Protection does not belong in battle.
Descendo.
I won't bet.
Confringo.
Vegetables and coffee.
Блин.
Fighting since before you were born.
А можно уклон сделать, блядь, по-человечески?
Protego. Defendo.
Kill spells glance.
Descendo. Confringo.
Pity. Not quite.
Too late
Спел.
to learn the error of your ways. Revelio.
На уж, куча хлама. Плохо. Ломно-декоративный стол. Подожди, как декоративная игру? Ладно, я не так прочитал, видимо. Шляпа, котелок. Блин, я хочу какую-нибудь накидку прикольную. Ну не накидку, а пальтишку
This
прикольную.
must be Mr. Oakes' wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Так, 10 уровней вроде осталось всего, то есть еще 10 очков. Надо не тратить их больше.
Please, pass me my wand. I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope.
Да,
Please.
на.
My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
Ля какой. Я так же хочу
Did
выглядеть.
it? I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
О, слышали?
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ramrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
А он типа норм, да, парень добрый?
Am
Чушь
I right
какая-то.
that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm
приятно было
grateful I
помочь.
was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Я так же
Mr.
хочу.
Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Перья ручной работы. Это прям этот. Плащ, что ли? Нет. А, шарф этот, ёптать. Такое. Конечно, мне вообще шарфы не нравятся, в принципе. Так, хорошо. Надо продаться, пойти. Я отсюда не могу, да? Понял. Что это? Поместье их, они тут живут?
You made it.
Это твое поместье, Себастьян? А, вон его поместье. Или нет? Стоп. Что ты бедно живешь, Себастьян? Но я не осуждаю.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Пойдем.
This way.
Это твое? Ты тут развлекался себя как бы? И попил, и посидел. Ну ладно. Не осуждаю.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
Многолюдно, тут 3 дома буквально, чел. Это
Here
твое
we are.
поместье.
My sister should be just inside.
А было место поместья. Я думал, богат. Тут многолюдно, 3 дома. Понимаю.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse.
И чё?
Nothing can.
И
The
порадовался
sooner
или
you
нельзя?
accept that reality, the better.
Бля, какой-то хуй.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Да, дядя, конечно, вообще.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
А чё мне с ними разговаривать? Ну ладно.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Да ты долбоёб, старый.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
Да, да, да.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Я, наоборот, его
I hope you
подталкиваю
remember what I've said.
ко всей сране.
Good day.
Да, давай. Пиши письма.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Это небось дядя, да? Кто там в кресле сидит.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to
Барон,
intrude.
блядь.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
Че дядя ей на мозги капает. Да,
I
давай.
ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Унылый дядька, хуйню неси. Ай, блядь.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Ну они же гоблины, они же металл копают, нет?
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Ломайте, бросьте, используйте Мандрагор. Понял, все. Выполняем. Это сюда. Это сюда. Ты норм? Так. А вот и я.
You've made your last mistake. Seems
Расскажешь.
your art isn't in this at all. How did you do that?
Descendo. Descendo. Potato. Stupid.
No! Won't get away with that.
Еще.
Human to worry. I won't rest until you're
Ах ты мразь. Дай.
I will make you.
Ну, уклоняться он не собирался, так что...
Arresto momentum. Descendo. Defendo.
Да уж.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Кого? За что предупредить, что я тут... Карлики эти? Ужасно все. Возвращайся. Так, ну и...
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Потому что не скрывают.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
Revelio. It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Точно. А вон что еще есть.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look
Revelio.
itself.
Ну, сам дом, а где дом-то? А это был дом когда.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
В воспоминаниях, что ли?
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Я уже все сделал.
Huh, a stairwell.
Глаза это, блин.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
Lumos. There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio.
В смысле, запись 2 из 7. Где? 1 из 7. Посмотрим. Я уже вторую неделю в лагере. Каждый день привозят все новых больных. Врачи, маглы и даже наши целители стараются сделать для них все возможное. Скоро почти осязаемо. Те, кто отправился от чумы, никогда не отправятся от боли утраты. Лихорадка пройдет, кожа заживет, но печаль останется в сердце навечно. Я видел мужчин, который, как и мой отец, потерял ребенка. Это невыносимо. Мне хотелось, чтобы хоть немного облегчить его страдания. Я начинаю думать, что остальные неправы. Я способна помочь этим несчастным, на мой взгляд, оставить их страдать не менее жестоко, чем избавить от Я приехал сюда за знанием, а теперь мне переполняет желание помочь. Сомнения терзают душу. Такое чувство, что словно моя магия жаждет исцелять, а я ей не позволяю. Неужто надежды нет? Неужто угрызения совести будут терзать меня всю оставшуюся жизнь? Как смотреть этим людям в глаза и при том знать, что я могла бы облегчить их страдания? Сегодня снова видел мужчину, напоминавшего мне отца. Он покинул лагерь. Разве плохо было бы помочь ему? По-моему, это позволило бы не только применить мое особое умение для благого дела, но и узнать много нового.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Arresto momentum. Levioso. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio.
И все, больше нет? Записывай 2 из 7. А ну-ка. Сейчас, постой. Постой тут. Я сейчас. Да, вроде нет больше ничего.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
Мистограмм не разобрать.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Ну что ж, пока ждем вестей. А пока спасибо, что смотрели. Надеюсь, все понравилось. Пока-пока.